Jakob Ingebrigtsen, 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 world titles, multiple world records. Then last year, it all fell apart. So he came back with something nobody in track history has ever dared to say out loud. Jakob Ingebrigtsen was born on September 19, 2000, in Sandnes, Norway. He is the youngest of 3 famous running brothers, Henrik, Philip, and Jakob. All of them became professional middle-distance runners. The family was built around running. Their father, Geert, coached all 3 boys with an iron grip from the time they were young children. At 16 years old, Jakob became the youngest person in history at the time to run a mile in under 4 minutes. He did it at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon, finishing in 3 minutes and 58 seconds on his way to a stunning debut on the world stage. But being young and fast was just the start. At 17, he became the youngest European champion ever in the 1500 meters, running alongside both of his brothers in the same final. Then he won the 5,000 meters the next day, the first man ever to complete that double at the European Championships. He did not slow down. He never slowed down. By the time he arrived at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, Ingebrigtsen was just 20 years old. He ran the 1500 meters final with total control, surging past Kenya's Timothy Cheruiyot on the final bend to win gold. It was the defining statement of a new era in middle distance running, a Norwegian teenager who could outkick, outlast, and outthink every runner on Earth. In 2022 and 2023, he won back-to-back world titles in the 5,000 meters. He set a world record in the 2,000 meters. Then, in 2024, he set a world record in the 3,000 meters. The 3,000 meters mark had stood since 1996, nearly 3 decades. He erased it in a single race in Silesia, becoming the first man ever to break the 7-minute and 20-second barrier at that distance. After crossing the line, he posted on Instagram, 3 down, 7 to go. At the Paris Olympics in 2024, he won gold in the 5,000 meters and established himself as the most versatile distance runner of his generation. 2 Olympic golds across 2 completely different events, separated by 3 years. No one in this era comes close to that range. 2025 started as the best year of his career. In February, at a meet in Lièvre, France, Ingebrigtsen walked to the start line and proceeded to break 2 world records in a single race. He passed through the 1,500 meters in 3 minutes and 29 seconds, shattering his own indoor world record. Then, he kept going, completing the mile in 3 minutes and 45 seconds, wiping out a 5-day-old record that had just been set by American Yared Nuguse. He became the first athlete since Australian John Landy in 1954 to break world records for the mile and 1,500 meters in the same race. A month later, at the World Indoor Championships, he won gold in both the 1,500 meters and the 3,000 meters, the same double he had completed twice before at the European Indoors. He became only the second man ever after Haile Gebrselassie to win 2 individual gold medals at the same World Indoor Championships. Then, in May, his Achilles tendon gave out. He announced the injury publicly. He postponed his altitude training camp. He skipped the entire Diamond League season, every single race from Monaco to Brussels to Zurich. He spent the summer watching from the sidelines while his rivals raced the circuit he had dominated for years. He was racing against the clock, he said, just to make the World Championships in Tokyo. He made it to the start line, but racing outdoors for the first time in 6 months, he had nothing left when it mattered most. In the 1,500-meter heats, he started near the back and never found his finishing kick. He crossed the line 8th, not fast enough to advance, eliminated. It is a first-time experience, Ingebrigtsen told reporters on the track. It is, of course, very disappointing, but at the same time, a reality check. He regrouped and ran the 5,000 meters. He finished 10th in the final, the reigning world and Olympic champion, 10th. That same stadium in Tokyo, where he had won his first Olympic gold 4 years earlier, had now handed him his worst result ever on the world stage. In October 2025, speaking to Norwegian outlet VG, Ingebrigtsen smiled and said something that stopped the athletics world in its tracks. "I hope to take the world record over 1,500 meters, the mile, and 5,000 meters. If I can do that, I have to be satisfied." 3 outdoor world records in a single season. Nobody has ever done that. No middle distance runner in history has broken all 3 of those records in a single calendar year. These are not minor marks on a slow event list. The 1,500-meter world record and the mile world record are both held by Hicham El Guerrouj of Morocco. The 1,500 set in 1998, the mile set in 1999. They have stood for over 25 years, surviving every generation of great runners that came after. The 5,000-meter world record belongs to Uganda's Joshua Cheptegei, who ran 12 minutes and 35 seconds in 2020. That mark is widely considered one of the most dominant performances in the history of distance running. Ingebrigtsen has said before that his career goal is to set 10 outdoor world records. He has 3 so far. This announcement targets 3 more, all in one season. That would bring his total to 6 in a single statement. Here is where the numbers get interesting. The 1,500-meter outdoor world record stands at 3 minutes and 26 seconds flat. Ingebrigtsen's outdoor personal best is 3 minutes and 26.73 seconds. He is less than 1 second away. That gap is real, but manageable for an athlete who has already broken the indoor 1,500-meter world record. Twice. On his best day, in the right race, with perfect conditions and pacemakers, that record falls. The outdoor mile world record is 3 minutes and 43 seconds. His outdoor personal best is 3 minutes and 43.73 seconds. Again, under a second. He has already broken the indoor mile world record. The outdoor version is the iconic distance, the one that carries legend status across sports, the one that has captivated fans since Roger Bannister ran the first sub-4-minute mile in 1954. Getting under El Guerrouj's mark would be one of the biggest moments in track history. The 5,000 meters is a different story. Cheptegei's world record stands at 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Ingebrigtsen's personal best is 12 minutes and 48 seconds, more than 13 seconds back. That is a vast gap. That is not a matter of pacemakers and perfect conditions. That would require Ingebrigtsen to run at a level he has never come close to before. He has won the world title and the Olympic gold at this distance. But his speed over 5,000 meters on the track would need to reach entirely new territory. He knows this. He smiled when he said it. After Tokyo, Ingebrigtsen had his tonsils removed in October 2025, a procedure he had delayed for years, linked to recurring illness cycles that had cost him results at multiple major championships. Then, in January 2026, the Achilles flared again. In February 2026, he had Achilles surgery. He is not racing right now. He is recovering. The comeback that was supposed to begin in the spring must wait a little longer. The record attempts he mapped out with his wife Elizabeth at Monaco, Paris, Silesia, and Bislett sit on a calendar that keeps shifting.